welcome along and welcome back to Oak Hill. Today we are up at the shop. It is late autumn and we need to get something to pick these potatoes up. So we've got our Massey Ferguson 7615 up here and we are going to grab ourselves a potato harvester. And the only one we can use is this one, the SE8555. This is from the Grimmie pack and it is the one that picks up potatoes off the ground. We're going to go standard configuration and manual discharge. It's 4,513. We are in negative balance, so we're gonna have to borrow a little bit more money now. 700, yeah, this is 4,306 by borrowing 5,000, so we're gonna have to borrow 10,000 and bring ourselves up to 655,000. But then that does give us the 4,513 we need to hire this. So let's get that leased. Yes. Okay. And there it is, the Grimmie SE8555. So we've got this on lease now. We'll put this on this tractor. This tractor should have more than enough to do this. If we have a look in our leased items, it requires 90 horsepower and this tractor has a whopping 175 horsepower, so it should be more than enough to get this going. And so we'll get this hooked up here and set it so that we can get it back down to our farm and get started on picking up all of those potatoes. There we go. And then at some point I'm going to want to start setting up a way of washing the potatoes. I don't know if to do it as we come off the field or whether we might do that as something separate. First though, we need to get some of these up off the field. I'm going to come from this side of the field because we'll be working across it more as a result, and we also won't have to deal with going up the slope we had to begin with on the other side of the field. We should be going down it coming from this direction. So let's unfold the harvester, turn it on, drop it down, and we should be able to run at, yeah, fairly decent speed. Although actually no, that's cut right down to 1 mile an hour. I think it's something to do with the vehicle control add-on. Just keeps kicking stuff out. I don't think, oh, we got stuck on that. Let's lift that. There we go. I don't think it's the combine experience, but something, yeah, tends to hold the tractors back here. Although it doesn't do it all the time. So, yeah, it's a little bit weird. Coming to the bit that gave us so much trouble when we were coming the other way up it. And you can see where the harvester, the original lifter, was just going all over the place. I'm hoping that going downhill, it's going to give us far less trouble. And it seems that, yeah, that is exactly the case. So that is very good news. What I'm going to do, and one of the good things about the way we've come around this, is we'll be able to just empty out into the trailer every time we come round and down this end of the field, doing these first few headlands. So we'll bring it out to here, we'll pick up the last few bits, and then what I can do is bring this around like that, bring my pipe out, and although we're only 88%, we're not going to get that much further round the field without having to empty. So if I bring this here, and we just basically empty this out every time we come down this end of the field, that should work fairly well for us. So bring this up to here. Make sure that our pipe is well over this trailer. I've discovered with this piece of kit that if you don't have your trailer absolutely under it and you've got the manual discharge on it like we have, you end up with potatoes all over the floor. So let's empty those out, and with that done, we can head back off into the field and grab some more. So I'm going to take this headland bit out here as well. It does mean that we end up with a row that's partially left, but we kind of need to get up here and get these. It's a little bit more difficult on this bit here where we've still got some plough. Doesn't tend to react quite so well, this harvester. Working on that, but we should be all right. We're gonna bring it in and come and get the headland bits. Yeah, you see there, it sort of just digs in as the tractor drops into the plough, and then we need to come right out for here and to bring this right in. I'm not sure IRL whether you would actually do this. I'm guessing that you don't tend to drive all over the potatoes, and you can see actually here we can't get right in with this harvester from this side because we would be overlapping into that tree. So I'm going to take the outer one, and I think what we'll do is we'll clear up these headland bits here quickly, get them out the way, and then we know that we've got those done, and then we can head around the field again and get another load off. Doing that extra few bits of headlands has meant that we're actually ready to empty at the top of the field here. So we'll bring our tractor up and get that emptied. I love the Combine Experience mod, but when you're working with 3-meter equipment like this, it really, really slows things down when you're doing it at 3 miles an hour. There we go. Let's unload this. I think we are safely over the trailer. I'm going to reverse up slightly and unload it. And it really makes work like this massively time consuming. You kind of want to be able to do this on course play or something like that with this harvester going around the field and just continually collecting this. I do kind of wonder if you could collect this all up with the any of the big roper machines. You know, the ones that you use to load up sugar beet. I wonder if one of the other ones works for loading potatoes, and you could just drive this massive swath down this field with something on follow me at the other side. I have this sneaking suspicion that that wouldn't be the case, and that you would just end up wasting an awful lot of money to try and do something that can't actually be done. Made it most of the way around the field, and we're full again. Just a little bit to bring this up. I'm actually quite amazed at how much potatoes we're getting off here. We're only going to be able to fit about 2,000 litres of what we've currently got in the harvester in this, so we'll empty it again when we have tipped this, but this will empty rather nicely into here. There we go. So we're still 75% full in the harvester. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this row. I'm going to get to 100%, and then we'll go and tip what we've got in the trailer, and we can then head back up here and empty another full tank off the harvester, not just a partial one. I was hoping to make it all the way to the bottom, but looks like we're not going to. There's 100% there, so we'll bring this back up. Handbrake on, and switch to our other tractor and go and tip. I think what we'll do is we'll try and maybe get these potatoes cleaned. The trouble is, it's going to be a full trailer, and then we're going to have extra time to transfer. I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tip them in here. We want to get these off the field. Winter is coming, and I don't want to have all of my potatoes frozen on the ground. We can then grab ourselves a telehandler or something and process these potatoes later. So let's get these into here. And like this. Back it in, and we'll just put them nicely in the middle of our nice root storage facility here, like so, and they can just tip out the back. And there we go, all tipped out. Let's get this back up to the field and get another trailer full off. Or another tank full off, I should say. And then we can go round for the last set of headlands and get these all off. Taken a couple of hours in game to get these rows off. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit easier for us doing the rest of the field. But we'll see how it goes. Headlands on here, not that big. Roughly one trip up and down the field is a full tank on this harvester, which is really good. It means we're getting a full trailer roughly every 2 runs. I think we get 13,600 litres per load. I've got a little bit more in here because I had a little bit left at the end of one of the rows there and wanted to clean things up a little bit. But we're getting a really nice amount. This is our 3rd trailer. So we are somewhere in the region of about 30 to 40,000 litres because we've not done full trailers for the last couple. It's not quite as much as for over 40,000, but it is close. I think we've got a fair amount. I have toyed with the idea actually of getting an unloading belt along with a conveyor on here, because I'm not sure it's overly realistic for me to be backing up and driving on the potatoes like that. I think we'd end up with quite a few busted ones and broken ones if I went and did that. So yeah, I think going forward it might be worth investing in something like that. On here for now though, I just want to keep this going and keep myself moving. So I'm going to move this round here so that every time we come to the end of the field, I can just pull out, fill this trailer up, and go back in and get some more. So yeah, let's hop to it. We're about halfway through the field and halfway through the day as well. I'm currently doing this bit down the side here because we've got all these trees in the way along this edge, and I need to leave myself a path to come back up to the top end of the field to get these sections done, or these bits done on the bottom half. So the easier way was to take this one here and then to go up that line there. So we should be pretty good here. It's we've got literally nothing out that side. We're also looking at having about 100% full, but by the time we get to the bottom of here, I think it has varied a little bit. Some lanes we've had about 96%. Some we've had just over 100 and had to go back and get that extra little bit. All in all, though, it has basically been 2 rows per tank in this harvester, and yeah, this row is no exception. That means we've got, I think we've got 4 trailers off here so far. A really good amount. I mean, we're heading for well over 100,000 litres of potatoes off this field, which is a massive amount and really good. If we can process these all, we could end up with an awful lot of money off here, paying back a big whack of our loan, which will be which then actually puts us in a really good place for a second year on here. If we get the loan paid off, that's huge. That's all the land paid for, and then the second year, the only reason to get a loan would be to start buying equipment, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's get this emptied out, and then I can go and tip that in the barn, and we can get started on the rest of this field. So we are most of the way through, or we're part way through the lower half of the field at the moment. We've got a few loads into it. In fact, I've dropped off a trailer full from here into our shed, and it's going quite well. we are struggling a little bit going uphill in places, and I'm coming this way around like this and doing this way around here because of this tree here. Gets in my way very, very badly, especially if I've got the auger and the pipe facing that way. So we're working our way up the field here, trying to get these rows collected up. We are, something I haven't mentioned so far is we're getting 15.5 tons a hectare off this, which is a really, really good amount. We're getting about 4-ish rows before we have a full tank on here as well. You can see we're at 48% at the moment. Yeah, 49%, 50. There we go. So that is off a row and about 3/4. So we should get filled up about roughly where our tractor and trailer are sitting, in all honesty. But it is a really good yield we're getting off here. And I'm looking forward to processing these later. Now, I was thinking, oh, we can check precision farming and see exactly how much we got off these fields. But the problem is because we've got multiple fields here, we're not able to tell so easily. So let me show you what I mean by that. If we go over to the precision farming screen and go into here and click on field 63, you see it takes 63 and 66 together. So I can't actually tell what my yield is on 63 because it's lumped in with 66. I would like to be able to click this field 66 here and it know that field 66 is this area and give me a field analysis for that, and then click 63 and it give me a field analysis for that. For those maps where you have got multiple fields in an area. But we are getting, well, we've got a decent amount off here. We are at our 6th trailer, and if every trailer was full, that would be a good 14,500 per trailer. So that would be nearly 90,000, but we know that every trailer hasn't been filled. So I reckon we've got about 85,000 in our store at this point, which is good. Or actually in our store or in this harvester. I think we're going to get about 100,000 litres off this field, looking at this, which is going to be a really, really great amount. If we can convert that into premium potatoes and sell them in the pallets, that is going to give us a whopping £200,000 off just this field, which is absolutely staggering and absolutely amazing. So hopefully that is how this is going to pan out, and we're going to be able to pay a big whack off our £600,000 loan. Work lights are on, the shadows are getting long, and there might just be one more trailer full off this field. We're up to 90% here, so let's switch over to this. We'll get some lights on this as well, and we'll get this emptied. We've not got the pipe out, unfortunately, so I just need to come and get this and get our pipe out. Yeah, there we go. And we're emptying the trailer at the moment, so 90% here. It's really a case of I'm gonna have to empty 3 times anyway. I think it's whether all of this will fit in our trailer. If it all does, that'd be good. We are at 10 to 5 in the evening. It being late autumn, the weather really is, or the daylight really is crouching in. There we go. Actually, no, we'll stay in this tractor, I think, and we'll continue around the end here and get this line done. So yeah, 3 lines over here, 4 lines on the other side. It should just be enough for us to fill that trailer. We're getting about 25% a row, so yeah. I think we've got enough to fill this trailer, but we'll see in a minute. Just gone 5:30. We've got the sun setting in the background and the windmills turning nicely, and we are 33% full on this trailer, on this harvester. We are going to make it to the end of this field with this. We've got enough space in the harvester for that. I think our trailer is just about full though, so I'm going to have to empty out what we can into here and then take the rest to the shed afterwards. But that is this field nicely done. Let's just back this up, get this into position for this final row. It is quite hard to spot these things in the dark, but we are getting there very nicely. It's good to have got so many potatoes off here. I'm so pleased by that. It's got to be about 100,000 litres of potatoes that we've got off this field, which will sell very nicely. It'd only be worth about 25,000 if we did no processing on them. The fact that if we process them and take a little bit more time, we could maybe get this up as far as 200,000 would be excellent. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to multiply what we've got here by nearly 10 times and make a whole whack of money from that. That is if we can get these last few bits. I don't know how much further this goes. I know it goes to at least the corner of the field, and I can see the corner of the field here. Yeah, up into this space that we were unable to get before. And there we go, last little bit, and we'll take this down to the yard so that we can unload. There we go, and turn off our harvester. And it is, yeah, really dark. Bring this down here. And we've got 72%, so this is not all going to fit in our trailer. Yeah, we've only got about 1,500 litres available in the trailer. So we can empty that out into here and get that into the shed. But that is now all of the potatoes off that field, which makes me very happy. That is absolutely awesome. We'll move this trailer a little bit closer. Just make sure that it does properly empty into it. There we go. Perfect. And then... Nope, that's the wrong tractor. Go around here and jump in. And then empty it. Ah, well, I tried. It was going to happen at some point. It doesn't matter so much because we've got to pick these up anyway. We'll move this over a little bit. We'll grab a bucket and get those cleared up. But there we go. So this is where I'm going to leave this. We have got all the potatoes off that field. We still need to get them off 62, so we're going to be doing that later. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.